Yeah. Welcome. As we talk about, as the title suggested, why I'm not going to buy Hobonichi next year, which is actually next month. I'm kind of scared even as I say that because for the past few years, as you can see, I have purchased many Hobonichis. These are the ones that I could easily find. These are not the only ones I have purchased. You might be asking yourself, Kelly, why on earth, and you might have a cuss word in there like I do in my mind, did you spend all this money on all these Hobonichis? And covers. Remember those beautiful denim covers I had? And then I ruined the big one. And then I lost the small one. These are not cheap, y'all. And the things I do to customize them are not cheap. But in my mind, it was worth it. It had the layouts I wanted. It had the compactness that I wanted, so that even if I had 3, it really was very manageable. I love hardcovers. This year I have found more hardcover planners, but in the past these were really hard to find. So I was really loving the Han specifically. However, I am bound and determined not to buy anymore. If I do buy one, it will be a Hobo Weeks. And in fact, I'm debating on using this for the rest of the year. Just as my on the go. But as you can see, I bought this last year in September and I moved in early. So because I did that, I would have to buy another one really soon. And I might, but I don't know. I still don't think I will. The Hobo Weeks, the paper quality doesn't bother me as much. I don't honestly think it's any better. But it doesn't bother me as much because it's just an on-the-go planner, and I really didn't use it as like my main planner. I mean, I made some cute little spreads and stuff, but I wasn't journaling in here or anything where the type of pen really bothered me that much. Okay, moving on to the A6. I really love this A6 size. However, I just don't have a use for it these days. This is another one that now as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, maybe I'll only buy. So I started the video with I'm not buying, and now I'm only gonna buy. Really? No, you're not buying it. Slapping my own wrist because yeah, this is the trail of thought I tend to go down. Why did I buy so many? I thought I got a bad one. How many of y'all have thought that out there? Oh, I probably just got a bad one. The paper quality is probably just hit and miss. Some people claim they got a good one. That's not it. I will say after all the ones I've purchased, it's not a quality hit or miss. It depends on so many factors because while the new Sanzen Tomoe River paper is not produced by Hobonichi, it is the paper they use in all their products. They continued to use this paper knowing that it was different than in years past. I believe they tried to give us a heads up that this paper was changing without knowing how much it was actually going to change. And I think many of us in the community haven't been happy with the quality of Sanzen Tomoe River paper, regardless of which planner companies say it's up to their standards. As a company, it's just not up to my standards, and I feel very disappointed that I purchased all of these Hobonichis thinking, oh, I should just try another pen, or I should just try to write more lightly, or oh, it worked for so-and-so, so surely it could work for me. But that's the thing. It works for some people, they love the quality, they love everything, or they're just so loyal to Hobonichi that they're going to continue to buy it in the hopes that quality improves. But I'm not. I'm putting my foot down with myself and avoiding this Hobonichi craze and flood of social media next month. No lie, it's going to be like a planner diet for me. Just pray for me. So let's put these away. And I'm going to talk to you about what I'm going to use instead and why. As you may have suspected, I'm going to continue to use Hemlock and Oak. And what's this little baby in here? Well, let me show you. It's just a little traveler's notebook, standard size. I put that little Coffee Monsters co-charm on there. I put this little sticker pocket in there. Hold some things. And honestly, I just have my own little makeshift inserts in here. They are Traveler's Notebook, but like I removed their original covers and then I just slapped them in here, and then I just used this cover instead because I felt like it. Then I put this other Traveler's Company pocket back there. So this is going to be my on the go. I mean, I honestly don't need an on the go planner. All I need, I'm gonna put this on here because that's fun. Or maybe I'm gonna even put it on here. Ooh. Yeah, beautiful. Let's do that. I'm gonna use some double-sided tape and do that while we talk. And then get some super glue later and glue it on, which I don't have handy in front of me. Because I don't know about ironing these things. Okay. So I got this patch off of Amazon, y'all. How cute is that? So this is gonna be my on the go. If I decide that I need a quote planner in it, I don't like that. Oh crap. Let me see if I still want to put this on here. If I do, I need to locate it somewhere else because I don't like the belly band obstructing the view. I think I don't want this on there. Nope. I'm gonna put it on here instead. So whenever I go out of the house, it's really only gonna be for like the school run, maybe like shopping. So I might need like a list of some kind, like a gift list, a grocery list. I also need a spot to do some budgeting, which I would do in here on the lined pages. Maybe take some work notes. I could also do that in here, but all of my work planning is digital. I don't need a work planner. And then I might go to like a PTA meeting or a school function, a volunteer function. I could just easily bring this in my purse, make a couple notes, and then come back home and transfer it into my planner. So let me show you kind of what I'm going to use next year instead. They're still on pre-order, so I haven't received it yet. That's why I can't show you the actual product, and it is a brand new product from Hemlock and Oak. I'm going to link in my comments of this video and pin it to the top, the actual product that I am going to be using for next year. See, I had this belly band on here, but I didn't really put it on right. This is a custom cover that I got from Food Dog Leather. You can reach out to them, I believe, on their new website or on Instagram. This is an undated Hemlock and Oak daily. However, I have made it into a mock-up of their new product, which is a weekly daily combo. However, this paper is 120 GSM, Their new product is 70 GSM. So, I am waiting on my pre-order. I ordered a dated one for 2026 and I ordered an undated one as well because I'm either going to use the undated one starting when I get it or sometime later in the year if I just want a switch up. I can't remember if there was a size difference in the two pre-orders. I ordered them so long ago, but I'm so excited to get them. The reason why I want to stick with Hemlock and Oak is even though the drawback is covers for them are very hard to find, so you will probably want a custom cover, but you don't have to have one. Just like with any other planner, there's no need for you to have a separate cover. I love hardbound planners, which is one reason I'm sticking with Hemlock and Oak. I love their paper quality. I absolutely love their customer service. They have been amazing, not only to me, but to everyone that I've ever heard that reached out to their customer service. And that is saying something in our community. The main customer service person that I have worked with and that I email sometimes is Jess. She is wonderful. I don't know if there are more customer service people, but she is so wonderful. And what I also love about Hemlock and Oak is in their undated versions and in their weekly dated versions, there are goal setting pages in the front. So you do your personal reflection, and then some goal setting, some habit cultivation, and then some monthly overviews. You have some perpetual calendar type things up in here, daily framework. And this is all taking place of my Moxie Life that I used to purchase separately. Next, they have monthly reviews. This is a 6-month because it is a 6-month undated daily. But then what had happened was I cut out one of these little sections of the daily pages and I shoved in some weekly ones from a different planner. Okay. So after the months, I kind of glued it in, which is like why it's like really weird right here. But I just wanted like a mock-up of the one that I'm waiting on because I'm so impatient. I am the most impatient person on earth. So yeah, you can see there where I kind of glued it in and it got all wonky, but whatever. Here is a spread that I made for this week. So even this week, I took pictures and I was planning in my 2025 Hobonichi Han. The paper it's just not for me anymore. I don't like the crinkles. I used to like the crinkly sound. I used to like when it went from a smooth page to like a crinkly page, and now I don't like it. So I'm hoping that I'm gonna love the 70 GSM from Hemlock and Oak because I believe it's gonna be very similar to Midori paper, even though it's their own brand of paper. And I really admire Hemlock and Oak for developing their own brand of paper and recognizing this gap in the market that like what is currently available is not to customers' quality standards. Because just because something is up to a company's quality standard doesn't mean it's going to work for you or be up to your quality standard. And so I really admire that. So this is going to be a very similar setup to how the weekly daily combo is when it's the undated, like everything I've shown you so far, with like weeklies up front and then dailies in the back. And then in the back of these planners, they just have very few notes pages, 6-month review or reflection, and looking ahead. Everything else is just undated daily pages. They do also have, so the undated weekly daily combo pre-order is closed. You can still pre-order the 2026 dated weekly daily combo. That will be on 70 GSM. So the paper is not going to be their original. If you want their original, you have to do like your own makeshift DIY like I did, or just order two separate, like one daily and one weekly, whichever ones you select. Or they do have inserts. So if you're not concerned about the binding, they do have A5 inserts where you can just mix and match your own pages, and you can do them in disc bound or ring bound. So I love their selection. I love just everything about this company. They are so thoughtful with sticking to their values as a brand, but also respecting the values of their customers. And I think that's very, very rare to find these days. So I am very excited to continue my journey with Hemlock and Oak next year. And I just wanted y'all to know, I know you're very used to me being one of the first ones to get my hands on a Hobonichi and show you the paper and all of that, because Little Craft Place does have them in store starting on September 1st. I believe they also will sell them online. So if you want to get your hands on it, you can definitely do that. I definitely recommend that if you want to get into the craze, get into it, but it's just not for me right now or anymore. Hemlock and Oak has I've just really learned my lesson with every time I just watch videos. And that's another thing. If you watch these Hobonichi videos, some of those planners in the video, some of those videos are years old. So of course their planner looks better because they have an older version. And so any more on the market, my favorite papers are Midori, this one, AMW planner. She has a very similar paper to Midori, which I have forgotten the name of. Oh my gosh, Sanzu or something. I forget what she calls her paper. And then of course I do love penny pages, but if I don't continue with this, I may just purchase a penny pages like notebook or something. But even though I love this planner so much, I really don't have a use for it. But I would highly recommend, if you want a spiral bound planner that has similar paper to Hemlock and Oak, to go with the penny pages. She has lots of great layouts, and she does ship from Canada as well. That's it. That's all I came here to tell you guys today. I hope that you have a great day. If you are considering getting a Hemlock and Oak, please remember that I do have a friends and family code. I chose to get a friends and family code because it allows me to get a small store credit when people use my code. Affiliates get an actual cash payout, and I'm less comfortable with that method. Although I was approved for their affiliate program. So, with that said, the friends and family code is there for you if you like. You can use it anytime to save 10%, even on sale items. So, I hope that y'all have enjoyed this video and this little chit chat about why I'm not gonna get into the Hobonichi hype this year, and why you might hear me saying, I'm trying so hard not to shop, because it is going to be hard, it is that FOMO, but at the same time, I feel a lot of planner peace, knowing that my Hemlock and Oaks have already been ordered, have already been coming, and that I don't have to scramble and think, what am I going to use next year? Because I already have a plan. So, I did also order another big Bertha. As y'all know, I have been utilizing Bertha all year with my dailies, and I did order another one, and I plan to just use it for memory keeping for next year while I keep my actual future plans in the weekly daily combo. Thank y'all so much for joining me for this video. For those of you who use my code, I really appreciate it. I know several of y'all have already, and it allows me to try a lot of different things, or maybe just get like a free TN notebook here and there. It's nothing crazy as far as the payouts, guys. But I just love that I can have a code for you in case you want to try it for yourself. And I love that everyone that has tried it so far has loved it. So thank y'all again for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.